AntMan and the Wasp, Avengers Infinity War, and Justice League are among the top stories at Comicbook.com, which we run through every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Indonesian in Comic Book Now. What's up, Comic Book Nation? Welcome to Comic Book Now. I'm your host, Brandon Davis. Please call me BD because we're all friends here. I'm joined by my helpful, always knowledgeable compadre, Lucas Siegel.
What's happening, guys? And no shading. You're awesome.
Lucas is monitoring the comments section. If you didn't just make that crystal clear to you, we're going to get to your questions, comments, concerns, so drop them in there now. We're going to run through the top 5 stories first. Our first story of the day, an exciting one for fans of the MCU. Is there any movie in Marvel Studios' release schedule that people are not excited about by now? I mean, seriously. But one of them is AntMan and the Wasp, the first movie in place to follow Avengers Infinity War, by the way. It will begin filming in June, we've recently learned, of this year in Atlanta, the same place as the original where AntMan was produced. Right now, Infinity War is filming down there and is expected to film both of its 2018 and 2019 parts back to back, making us wonder if all of Marvel's Phase 3 is going to start overlapping with itself once Guardians rolls around. A lot of them are filming in Atlanta. A lot of them are filming back to back. It's possible. Speaking of Guardians, they are all headed to Earth by the sound of it. Zoe Saldana confirmed Gamora will be in Avengers Infinity War after the original casting call left her out. Pretty much everybody from the MCU was on the list, except for the Netflix characters Spider-Man, Hank Pym, and Gamora. But in an interview with IGN, Saldana says James Gunn is helping with the characters to make sure they're handled correctly. Little quips to the puny Earthlings and all will be included. Since Saldana says she'll be there, does this leave the door open, though, for Spider-Man and the others to appear? What about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist? Trust me, guys, I have asked a million times. The only thing the Russo brothers will tell me, or anybody, is that the Infinity War is the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to date. So yes, it's basically a yes, but it's also not really a yes. We'll have to wait and see. But at least at this point, these movies are only coming out next year. Get excited. The Golden Globes were given out last night, and geek culture took some tough losses. Deadpool got a participation trophy in both of the categories it was nominated for, but to make the Merc feel better, it took home as many trophies as Westworld, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, and This Is Us combined for in the Best TV Drama category. On the bright side, at least the Hollywood Foreign Press started to acknowledge some of the geek shows and movies we've really loved, even if they had no chance against the La La Land slide. Really, the highlight of the night, though, was Ryan Reynolds and Andrew Garfield comforting each other's loss in the Best Actor category with a kiss. That really did happen. That's what happens, Ryan, Andrew, when you sit in the front row and your shenanigans, they're caught on camera. A new TV spot for Beauty and the Beast was released during the Golden Globes, and in it, we hear and see Belle singing for the first time. Look and listen right now. Check it out, guys.
I want adventure in the great white somewhere.
Hello?
I want it more than I can tell.
Come into the light.
For once it might be grand.
What if she is the one?
To have someone understand.
Pleased to meet you.
I want so much more than they've got planned.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast, rated PG.
And finally, our biggest story from the weekend was a new photo from the upcoming Justice League film. The new photo puts Batman, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Aquaman side by side in what appears to be the Edge of the Flying Fox, the Bruce Wayne-designed Justice League troop carrier that can carry the entire team plus the Batmobile. Given what I learned on set, I would say this is likely an image of the first time the team is actually out on a mission together, since Aquaman and Cyborg look to be the last two pieces of the Justice League puzzle that are going to fall into place. Speaking of the DC Films world, Ben Affleck is still talking about his Batman movie, so maybe this is kind of a bonus 6 story. The rumors are saying it has been pushed back. Now, there was never a release date in the first place, so what does that even mean? According to the actor who is currently promoting his Live by Night film, the Batman movie, which he is writing, directing, executive producing, and starring in, if anybody would know it's him, it is good and going. So, some good news for DC Films fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And these kinds of things, these delays, these sorts of things, all the changes that we've seen in the DC films, it's pretty natural when you announce 10 movies at once.
And then
even Marvel's made changes.
When Batman vs. Superman kicks them out,
Well, you know.
But anyway, before we get to the comment section, which I'm excited about, we have to announce the winner of our Planet Hulk giveaway from last week. We asked all of you to submit videos telling us who would win in a fight between the Green Rage Monster and the God of Thunder after we find out they'd be doing battle in Thor Ragnarok. And you guys definitely did not disappoint us. We reviewed a ton of submissions. We narrowed it down to 3 on air. We're going to start with Paul Smart. He picked a pretty clear winner between the two.
Okay, Thor Ragnarok fight. It's going to be Thor all the way. He's going to place Mjolnir on his chest, stop him cold.
Stop him cold. Hey, the old hammer on the chest trick. All right, what does Camilo think?
Hi, my name is Camilo. I think Thor would win because Thor is still a Norse god and Hulk is still immortal.
All right, I thought that was DJ Khaled for a second. I'm not going to lie to you. And speaking of that, we have another one. Thank you to everybody who submitted, but our winner here, Major Key, his name is Nicholas Philippek, and regardless of Hulk and Thor's outcome, Nicholas actually nailed the real winners.
Who wins when Thor takes on the Hulk? Marvel fans.
Dude, that was like a movie-accurate Mjolnir. Like, where did he get that?
Yeah,
but congratulations, Nick. You'll be receiving a copy of Planet Hulk and a ComicBook.com t-shirt. I know that's really why you entered. This week, we're giving away a copy of the Infinity Gauntlet story, my personal favorite comic book arc, in honor of all the Infinity War news we've been getting lately. To win, all you have to do is send us a video, landscape mode. Hold the phone sideways, people. 10 seconds or less, telling us which Infinity Stone you would want to possess and why. It's that easy. Go ahead and screenshot right now so you know how to enter as soon as we wrap up here. A winner will be announced this Friday, so head to comicbook.com/page/submissions now to enter. And by now, I mean after the show. Right. Because right now we have to get to the comment section. This is the best part.
Absolutely.
All right.
We have tons and tons of comments right now. Lots of questions streaming by. Please keep on asking away, and we will get to as many as we can. So let's actually start off with a comment that was left on Facebook for us during our last show. Do you think Logan will die? That's what Neam Lafferty asks.
Oh man, this
Do
is
you
a
think Logan will die
high
in
pressure
Logan?
question. This is a pressure cooker question. This is not spoilers. This is speculation, but I think he does. I think he's going to die personally. I think this is an opportunity to make that bold choice to kill off a character like Wolverine, and you know they could always bring him back later down the line if they recast him or something. But I think maybe not. But this is a good opportunity to make that move and possibly kill Logan. He doesn't die in Old Man Logan. Spoiler alert.
Right.
But I think this would be the way. They keep saying it's his last go, and they sound super sure about it. And you don't come back from that. So.
Yeah, I think it would make sense for them to kill him off. Will they actually do it? It's a tough call because there's a lot of stuff you have to do in order to really kill.
But how much credibility do you build as storytellers if you make the move and kill off a character like that? Just
definitely.
Dead. Actually, keep them dead. Don't Marvel Cinematic Universe it. Keep them dead.
Absolutely.
That's big.
No, you're not wrong there. And a lot of the commenters agree. A lot of the commenters think that he will die
Don't
as
feel
well.
close to
So, all right, guys, let's see. I've got a great question here from Amy Isaacs. Just asked live. What about the new Indiana Jones movie? Have we heard anything at all about it?
Except that it's happening.
Right.
I mean, it has a release date, doesn't it? It's like
it does have a
2020.
release
It's
date.
a while. It's gonna be a few years until that comes out.
Yeah.
But they're bringing back Harrison, right? Steven Spielberg is gonna direct it.
Yep.
But it's got a release date that's a few years.
2019.
2019.
July 19th,
That's only 2 years.
2019.
It's only 2.5 years now. So that's,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's still a ways. They haven't started yet. I'm sure they're still working on the script. That's
and
all I've got.
Lucasfilm is pretty busy with Star Wars, obviously. They've got Star Wars Episode 8 in post-production. Han Solo is going to start shooting next month.
Right.
Just a couple weeks. It's crazy to think about. And Episode 9 in pre-production with a lot of questions up in the air for Episode 9.
right.
So quite a bit to be done still. But yes, Indiana Jones 5 on the way, July 19th, 2019. So go ahead and start lining up now, Amy. Let's go over to Twitter. We got a bunch of questions on Twitter today. Remember, you can ask us questions using hashtag CBNow anytime. Doesn't have to be during the show. You can literally post there at 4 in the morning if you suddenly come up with a great geek news question for us at 4 in the morning. Dominic Tan asked, since the CW announced the Constantine animated show, what other heroes do you think could get their own show before going live action?
It's interesting. It would be really bold if they would just take a comic book character that hasn't already been introduced in live action and make an animated TV series. They're doing that with Vixen, right? They already have
Well, that's
that.
what they did with Vixen, right?
Right.
And then they brought her to live action, and now they even have a second Vixen already. It's
crazy. With Legends of Tomorrow moving to Tuesday after The Flash, you got to
Right.
think they're making room. And although all of their live action shows were adapted, I mean, what characters? I didn't answer the question. What character? Maybe a Hawkman. It contradicts everything I just said, but
Right, since we already did see him.
But that would be cool.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see the Titans story that they had come up with that they were looking to do on TBS or TNT.
Right, that just
I'd
got
love
squashed.
to see that go animated. So you have a group of adult Titans, and including Nightwing and Starfire,
awesome.
and have them be animated first, and then you can pull them in. The other thing I would think about is the Legion, because
But then
the
the thing about that is once you do it animated, then if you want to bring them into live action, you have to account for everything that happened in the animated world. So that means you have to get the Guggenheim attached, and you have to get it becomes really tricky to keep it canon.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that.
All right, Bella McCoy on Facebook left a question for us about one of my favorite shows, Young Justice Season 3. What do we think about it? What do we any bold predictions? Anything at all for Young Justice Season 3?
I'm a little behind on Young Justice. I know I have plenty of time to catch up.
Yes.
That's all I know about this, is that it's going to be a minute.
The producers are back, both the original showrunners, Greg Weisman and Brandon Vietti. However, they did not even get into the writer's room, into the office, until mid-December. So soon after the announcement was made about Young Justice Season 3, they didn't come together until after that announcement was made. With the way animation works, we're probably not looking at Young Justice Season 3 until probably 2019. So I'm very sorry to be the bearer of bad news in that.
I think we'll see it before that. I'm optimistic.
They might try
we'll
to pump
that.
it out a little earlier.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, let's actually go back to some of our live Facebook questions, guys. We've got a ton of them coming in. Please keep them coming. Actually, while that's loading up, I'm going to go to another one that we had from a previous day. Dante Chamberlain, who asks, will Damian Wayne ever appear in the DCEU?
I think we see Dick Grayson. I think we see Nightwing first, definitely. I mean, I think we have the Robin story to tell already. And before he picks another Robin or has a kid, has Damian Wayne come into his life. I think we see Dick Grayson. I think we see Scott Eastwood become Nightwing.
There it is. There's the Scott Eastwood reference of the day.
Of course. Had to happen.
I think that Damian Wayne is a strong possibility because we've seen that the animated movies have been providing a bit of a template for the DC Films universe. So if we take that, we already have Damian Wayne. He was the first Robin introduced in the new DC animated universe. So I think it's possible. We probably wouldn't.
So who do you cast?
Ooh, golly.
Who do you cast?
Can we de-age Scott Eastwood and do just a younger?
You can't steal my pick. You can't steal my choice before I even get a chance to say it.
You know who I'd actually like is Asa Butterfield. He's kind of a go-to young actor for me. I'd love to see him as a total kick-ass vigilante killer. And he was up for the role of Spider-Man for a while. So
Chandler Riggs.
So it could. Ooh, boy.
Give him a haircut.
Get out of here. Get out of here with your Chandler Riggs. Let's see here. We've got Cliff, no news on the new Spawn movie. I'm sorry, dude. Let's see. We've got Blade. Any idea about a Blade reboot at all? Hugo Garina. I'm so sorry. I butchered that for a second.
I mean, I think we've gotten this question before, what's happening with Blade, and the latest, I think, has been from New York Comic Con. Kate Beckinsale was asked, a fan came up and asked, would you do a crossover with Underworld and Blade, which after this Underworld, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be another one. And she said that, so even if she wanted to, it wouldn't happen. But legally, that'd be a nightmare, for second of all. But third of all, she said, this is what Beckinsale said, was that when they went to approach Marvel to do it, Marvel responded by saying they're doing something with Blade.
Right.
Whether or not that would, she's an actress. She doesn't actually have the answers. She's not involved in those conversations. So Marvel probably has plans for Blade. I would imagine it's going to be in the form of Netflix.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's going to be a Blade movie. The Marvel that doesn't fit the tone of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they could do Blade outside of the MCU very easily, and I would kind of expect them to, maybe.
But they have the rights back, so I think that if we see Blade again, he'll be in the MCU. The cool thing that we've heard buzz over and over and over again is that the second wave of Netflix series for Marvel will be Midnight Suns. And Blade is a big part of the Midnight Suns. So Blade, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider.
I think we're going to see Moon
that
Knight
could be
sooner
pretty
than we
cool.
think.
That could be pretty cool.
I've been saying that for a while.
All right, last question for today. Please keep on asking questions. Brandon and I will go in and answer some more for you on the Facebook page. And you can, again, always tweet us, #CBNow. This one comes from Twitter. Sandro asked, when do you think we'll get a trailer for The Punisher or release date, considering it's scheduled to release in 2017?
Well, now this is all speculation as well because I don't have information yet. I know they're working on it.
Right.
I think it's probably going to be the very late 2017, maybe early 2018, because they haven't done 3 shows in a year yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Iron Fist, then Defenders, and then Punisher in early 2018. But Defenders would have to come like July, August, if you think about it, for us to get another MCU edition on the Netflix before the year's over.
Right.
They're filming it now. So it's possible. I mean, it's going to be ready to go, but I think it might be a minute. I think it might be early 2018 and at the earliest late 2017.
Yeah, they've been shooting. A couple of friends of mine they've been shooting on their street in Brooklyn. No, I think that
shooting like actually like Punisher is out there
know.
like shooting.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Netflix has been very, very tight about promoting their shows one at a time.
Right.
So I think that once Iron Fist comes out, then we're going to start seeing Defender stuff. Once Defenders come out, we'll start seeing Punisher stuff. If I had to guess, I'd say that Punisher will come out in December this year. And what they'll do is they'll run Punisher right when all the other shows go off the air for their fall finales.
And if you need something to watch on Netflix, I've been watching Troll Hunters, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, it's really
Dude,
good.
It's so good.
Really
Ron
good.
Perlman, Steve Young's really good.
Awesome.
But that's all we got time for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enter our Infinity Gauntlet contest. If you want to keep the conversation going, we would love that. Hit us up on Twitter, @LucasSiegel, @BrandonDavisBD. And we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Comic Book Now. Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.